Now take a look at setting project options. Okay, so project options allow a tester to save or set configurations specific to a project or scoped target. Okay, so there are multiple subtabs available under the project options tab, which include here. So when we go inside the projects options, we have connections tab, we have HTTP, SSL, Ascension, and MISC subtab. Okay, so many of these options are required for penetration testers when assessing specific targets, which is why they are covered in this part. Okay, so throughout this entire course, the entire Burpsuite course, we will not be using many of these features, but it is still important to know of their existence and understand their purpose. Okay, so let us first take a look at the connections tab. Okay, so when we click on the connections tabs, on top here, on top we have platform authentication. As you can see, platform authentications. Okay, so this provides an override button, okay, which is here, an override button in the event the tester wants the project options related to the type of authentication used against the target applications to supersede any authentication settings within the user option. Okay, so we can click. So when we click on this checkbox to override the user's options, so when we click on it, the tester or us, we are now presented with this table, which with the table, which is this one, with this table enabling authentication options. Okay, so for example, we have we can talk about the basic NTL MV2. We can talk about the NTL MV1 and the digest. Okay, many of those. Okay, so these ones are specific to the target applications. Okay, so the destination host here, the destination host is commonly set to a wildcard. Okay, we can is set to a wildcard which is asterisk, and here, this one here. Okay, so we have another one. Let us not talk about too much about this one. So here, if we try to click add, as you can see, we can add a destination host, and we can use, instead of typing there, we can use a wildcard, which is the asterisk. Okay, and we can specify the authentication type, blah blah. We can specify we can specify the basic NTLMV2, NTLMV1, the digest, like that, and then we can set what we want. Okay, so if we set basic, we can set the username, the password. We can set even we can go further, and then we set the domain host, like that. Okay, so but in this case we are not going to do it. Okay, so let us now take a look at this upstream. Okay, the upstream. So let us uncheck this one. Alright, let us uncheck it. Okay, so let us take a look at the upstream proxy servers. Okay, so this one provides an override button. Okay, this one provides an override button in the event the tester wants the project options related to upstream proxy servers used against the target application to supersede any proxy settings contained within the user options. Okay, so after clicking this this checkbox here to override the user's options, the tester is presented, or we are presented with a table enabling upstream proxy options specific to this project. Okay, so when we click on the add, which is here, when we click on the add button, like that, so we have here we get a pop-up box which is called the add upstream proxy lure. Okay, as you can see, add upstream proxy lure. Okay, and this lure is specific to the target application's environment, and this feature is very helpful if the target application's environment is fronted. Okay, is fronted with a web proxy requiring a different set of credentials than the application login. Okay, so we can set them right there. We can set them, okay, right there. Okay, like that. We can set them. Okay, so we have another one, so let us just leave, let us cancel, because we don't want to do that. Let us go to the, so let us uncheck this one here. Okay, so let us go to the SOX proxy. Okay, so this one provides an override button in the event that the tester wishes for the project for project options related to the SOX proxy configuration are used against the target applications to supersede any socket or any SOX proxy settings within the user options. Okay, so let us when we click after clicking that override to override user options, the tester can be now presented, or we are now presented with a form to configure a SOX proxy specific to this project. Okay, so in some circumstances, web applications must be accessed over an additional protocol that uses socket connections and authentication, are commonly referred to as SOX. Okay, and we can set them from here. Okay, as you can see, we can set them from here. Okay, so we have another one. Let us take a look at another one. So let us uncheck this one, SOX proxy. Let's uncheck that one, and then let us go to timeouts. Okay, let us go to timeouts. Okay, right here. Okay, so timeouts allows for timeout settings for different network scenarios, such as failing to resolve a domain name. Okay, like that. Okay, so we can try to work with this one. Okay, and we use this option. Okay, so let us now take a look at, so we have another one. Let us take a look at another one. Okay, so let us scroll, and then we reach out another one. So this one, we have host name resolution. Okay, so the host name resolution allows entries similar to a host file on a local machine to override the domain name system. Okay, the domain system resolution. Okay, right here. Okay, so as you can see right here. Okay, so let us take a look at another one. We can add entries here to override your computer's DNS resolution. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so let us take a look at another one. We have another one which is out of scope request. Okay, so let me move it up, move back up. Okay, so that you can see. Okay, so let me move it extra up. Okay, so I think you are able to see everything. Okay, so this we have out of scope requests. Okay, so this one provides a rules to Burp regarding out of scope requests, and usually the default settings of use suite school use this one use suite scope, which is identified in the target tab right here, right here. So scope requests right here, and this one usually the default here, usually the default setting of use suite scope, which is here, tab. This one is most commonly used. Okay, we shall not talk about much about this one. Okay, as you can see, we can also use custom scope. Okay, here we have drop all out of scope request. We can even click it to drop all out of scope requests. Okay, like that. Okay, so let us now take a look at the HTTP tab. Okay, so we have been navigating through the connections tab. Let us take a look at the HTTP tab. Okay, so under the HTTP tab, a tester has the following options. Okay, we have the redirections option. Okay, so the redirections options provides rules for Burp to follow when redirections are configured, and most commonly the default settings are used here. Okay, so we use the default settings. As you can see, we can refresh the header, we meta refresh tag, this 3 status code, 3xx status code with the location header, blah blah. So this 3xx means a redirect code. This one is a redirect code. Okay, so we can also configure that, and we uncheck blah blah like that. Okay, but here we use these default settings. Okay, so let us take a look at another option, which is the streaming responses. Okay, here this one provides configurations related to responses that stream indefinitely. Okay, and mostly the default settings are used here as well. Okay, so like that. Okay, so let us take a look at another option, which is status 100 response. I think you are seeing everything. Okay, status 100 response right there. Okay, so this one provides a setting for Burp to handle HTTP status code 100 responses. Okay, and most commonly the default settings are used here. Okay, we don't have to bother, okay, with these ones, with this option. Okay, so we use the default settings here. Okay, so let us now take a look at the SSL tab. Okay, we look at so under the SSL tab, a tester has the following options. As you can see, we have them there. Okay, there are 4 options. Okay, there are 3 options there. Okay, so the first one, which is SSL negotiation, which is this one here. This one, when Burp communicates with a target application over SSL, this option provides the ability to use pre-configured SSL ciphers or to specify different ones. Okay, so like that. Okay, so we can have many. So if a tester wishes to customize the ciphers, they will click this use custom protocol and ciphers. Okay, you can click this one here. So if a tester wishes to customize the ciphers, they will click the use custom protocols and ciphers radio button, which is this one here. Okay, and the table can appear. So if we click it, the table, a table appears, allowing selections. Okay, allowing selections of protocols and ciphers that Burp can use in the communication with the target application. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so we have we have SSL protocols, we have SSL ciphers. As you can see, they are right there. Okay, as you can see, there are very many. Okay, so the ciphers we can select, and then yeah, like that. Okay, so let us take a look at let us take a look at another option. So let us use the default. Let us leave as it is. Let us leave it there as it is. Okay, so let us now take a look at client SSL certificates. Okay, so this one provides an override button in the event that the tester must use. Okay, in the event the tester must use a client-side certificate against the target application. Okay, and this option will supersede any client-side certificate configured within the user options. Okay, and after clicking these override options to override user options, the tester is presented, okay, with a table, okay, to configure with this table to configure a client-side certificate specific to this project, and you must have the private key to your client-side certificate in order to successfully import it into Burpsuite. Okay, so you should note that. Okay, so let us now take a look at the server. So let us take a look at the server SSL certificates. Okay, so this one provides a listing of server-side certificates. A tester can double click any of these line items. Okay, any of these. So when we go here, so if we had some certificates here, this panel, as you can see, so here we have this panel shows a list of the unique SSL certificates received from the web servers. Double click an item to show the full details of the certificate. Okay, so and that's what this tab does. Okay, when you read this one, okay, we can double click an item to show the full details of the certificate. But right now we have no certificate. We have no SSL certificates right now. Okay, so which means that's why this table is empty. Okay, so let us take a look at the sessions tab. Okay, so the session tab. So here under the sessions tab, a tester has the following options. Okay, so we have the session handling rules. Okay, so this one provides the ability to configure customized session handling rules while accessing a web application. Okay, and as you can see here, you can define session handling rules to make Burp perform specific actions when making HTTP requests, and each rule has a blah 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 blah. You can read through, okay, like that. Okay, so let us now take a look at another one, which is the cookie jar option. Okay, so let us scroll down. We have the cookie jar option. Okay, and this one provides a listing of cookies, domains, paths, and name or value pairs. Name or value pairs. Okay, name to value pairs. Okay, captured by Burp proxy. Okay, by default, as you can see here, cookie jar, proxy, scanner, repeater, blah 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 blah, and we can open cookie jar. So here we have Burp maintains a cookie jar that stores all of the cookies issued by visited websites. Okay, as you can see, essentially handling rules, blah blah blah. You can read through and you can understand more. Okay, so let us take a look at another one, which is another option, which is the macros. Okay, so this one provides the ability this one provides the ability of a tester to script tasks previously performed in order to automate activities while interacting with the target application. Okay, so we can use scripts here. We can script targets. So as you can see, we can add, but I don't want to add. Let me cross again. So the macro contains no items. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, we can proceed like that. Okay, so let us now take a look at the MISC tab. Okay, have the MISC tab. Okay, so under the MISC tab, a tester has the following options. We have scheduled tasks. As you can see, pro version only. Okay, scheduled tasks. So if you are using a pro version, you could not be having this one, or it could be there. This one could be there, or it could not be there. Okay, but as you can see, we have it here, but as you can see, it's only for pro versions only. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so this one, scheduled tasks, provides the ability to schedule an activity at specific times. Okay, like that. Okay, let us now take a look at when this add button so when the add button is clicked, a pop-up reveals the types of activities available for scheduling. Okay, so for example, can have scan from a URL, pause active scanning, resume active scanning, spider from a URL, pause spidering, resume spidering, save state, and so on. Okay, but in this case, we don't have that option there. Okay, it's not there. Okay, we cannot try to configure it. Okay, so let us now take a look at Burp collaborator server. Okay, so this option provides the ability to use a service external to the target application for the purposes of discovering vulnerabilities in the target application. Okay, so that's what this option is all about. Okay, and as you can see, Burp collaborator is an external service that Burp can use to help discover many kinds of vulnerabilities. You can use the default collaborator server provided by port swinger, blah 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 blah. You can read through. Okay, and see more about it. Okay, so let us now take a look at another one, which is logging. Okay, logging. So let me move this one up. Okay, let me move it up so that you can see everything. Okay, so we have this one here. Okay, so the logging, this one here, provides the ability to log all requests and responses, or filter the logging based on a particular tool. Okay, so if selected, this one, if one of them is selected, is selected, the user is prompted for a file name and location to save the log file on the local machine. Okay, like that. So if we select one of them, if we select requests, as you can see, we get the location. So as you can see, okay, so we are prompted to provide the file name and even the path. Okay, so as you can see, if we have spider for sequencer, for the repeater, as you can see, we can provide the file where we want everything to be logged. Okay, so we can provide, they are there. Okay, so for the scanner, we can provide a file where we want the responses to go, the requests to go and even the responses to go. Okay, like that. And for the spider, we can do it as well, even for the okay, and so on, like that. Okay. So in the next part, we shall take a look at setting user options. Okay, so thank you. Hope you enjoyed this part. Please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment, and share the video. Thank you so much.